Welcome back. Happy Saturday. First of all, before we get into it, today's video is on Solana, but I just want to thank each and every single one of our new subscribers. We've only been doing this for a short time, only a few weeks, and we've got over 500 subscribers now, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. We're going to be doing a series of NFT giveaways over the coming next couple of weeks, and we're also going to be doing a giveaway when we hit 750 subscribers. I think we're on 538, 539 at last count, but I'll explain further on in the video, so stay tuned for that. So we'll be looking at Solana, we'll be looking at what is Solana, we'll be going over a tweet that I want to show you as far as their payment network service is concerned and the benefits an NFT can bring. We're going to be looking at technical short-term analysis and longer-term time frame analysis, and we're going to also be going over shorter and longer term price prediction points. So hope you like the video, guys. Let's get into it. Right then, guys, so what is Solana? Solana is a strong layer 1. It's a strong layer 1 blockchain that's got a lot of development on there, it's got a lot of investment on there, and I thought the first place that we'd like to start would be their website. So we'll just go through quickly what is Solana, and it says it's powerful for developers, fast for everyone. It's a decentralized blockchain built to enable scalable, user-friendly apps for the world. So you can see here that you've got the total transactions that's happened on the Solana blockchain so far, and that's constantly going up rapidly. And the average cost per transaction is it's very low. It's a fraction of a cent. So it's got 1,749 validator nodes currently operating on there, and its transactions per second is 2,446. So it's calling itself the fastest growing ecosystem, and it's saying that it's the fastest blockchain in the world and fastest growing ecosystem in crypto, with thousands of projects spanning DeFi, NFTs, Web3 and more. So this is what they're describing for themselves. And they're saying scale for global adoption, integrate once and never worry about scaling again. Solana ensures composability between ecosystem projects by maintaining a single global state as the network scales. Never deal with fragmented layer 2 systems and sharded chains. So it's saying it can all be dealt with on the layer 1 mainnet. So low cost forever, fast forever. Solana's scalability ensures transactions remain less than 0.01, so 1 cent for both developers and users. So the developers and the users is very important, as you know, with things like Ethereum, where the transaction fees are just unmanageable for both developers and users. So Solana is all about speed, with 400 millisecond block times, and as hardware gets faster, so does the network. It's decentralized and secure, so this is self-proclaimed and very disputed. Not only is Solana ultra fast and low cost, it's censorship resistant. The Solana network is spread over thousands of independent nodes, which means that your transactions are always safe. So that's what they mean by decentralized, but there is an element of centralization on there. And I've got to say as well that I'm not affiliated with Solana in any way. What I'm doing is not giving financial advice, I'm just researching and showing you guys what I'm finding. So this is obviously just clear on their website, and this is the first place that we'll be looking. I've held Solana, I've still got a small bag of Solana. I de-risked towards the back end of last year and early this year into more safer assets and off-risk assets, so I'm not holding as much as what I'd like to, but it's something that I'm looking at for the future. I'm looking at entry levels, and we'll be going over them later on in the video together. So the Solana community, there's something for everybody. Follow along, chat on Discord, or read up on what we're doing. And this is where you can become a validator, so you can have a validator node, so you'd be operating on as a miner on the network, and it's saying help secure the network by running decentralized infrastructure, learn about operating a validator node, and then you've got the developer resources on here. So that's the network. I just wanted to show you quick tweet that they've recently put out, and this kind of explains it a little better. And this is a transaction that's happened at the Atlas Cafe, and they put this out on the 6th of May, so we'll just go over that quickly.
Hey everyone, we're at the Solana Pay merch store at the Atlas Cafe, and we want to demo a new feature in the Solana Pay protocol called transaction requests. What transaction requests do is enable any NFT to act as a loyalty token. And as you can see here, I've got my Atlas Cafe NFT, and it's more than just a pretty profile pic. This Atlas Cafe NFT will serve as a 20% discount for all future Solana Pay transactions at Atlas Cafe. So let's say I want to buy 4 t-shirts. Each of the t-shirts is 25 cents. And I want to check out. It's $1. So I'm going to scan the Solana Pay QR code. And you can see I've instantly got a 20% discount applied from the Atlas Cafe NFT. And I can make the payment. And what you'll see is when the transaction is complete, I will have paid for my t-shirts, but I'll have gotten them for 88 cents. Transactions complete on the POS, NFT loyalty in a box.
So that's just showing how easy Solana Pay is, and it's showing an example in the Atlas Cafe as to what perks that you can get by holding a certain NFT. In that example, it was discounts. So we'll have a quick look at the charts next. So we're on TradingView and we're on the daily chart. And the first thing we want to do is identify where we are. Quick health check in the market, and we're all aware what's happened. We're bearish. And should we be bullish at the moment? Is there any reason to? Does that chart tell you that you should be bullish? One thing is we're at a level of structure that's held, but overall we're making a series of lower lows and lower highs. So we're bearish as far as price action is concerned, and this is a high time frame as well. So we've come down and we've made a bit of a base here. So we've seen a little bit of strength from the bulls and buying action here. So this level is probably going to hold as either support or resistance at a future date, and we know that we broke down this level, so it's likely to act as resistance initially. So the level we need to get past now is obviously this level here. So we made the base, come back, we need to test this as resistance, and how are we going to react when we get to this level? Are we going to get the high, come back, test, and try and get above this level here where there's not much resistance and support levels that have been built up during this level? We know they had the initial run here, which didn't manage to build up any support and resistance to be able to act as support at a later date. So if price action had managed to go like this and Solana didn't pump so hard, and then we got the high, what you'd have likely have seen is this level here hold a lot better, and then you could carry on. But it didn't. We just shot up too high on Solana during the back end of last year, early start of this year. So this is the level that we're looking to break. This is the important level, and if people are going to be buying Solana above $75, that's a good thing. We're currently holding at $46 now, and it's quite a lot actually. When you look at that, it doesn't look much in real time, but when you actually apply a percentage to it from where price action was on the low here up to our resistance point, that's a 95% increase. So absolutely huge. Level where we're at now, let me make this chart bigger. Right, level that we're at now to the current support resistance, 62%. So it's a huge gain to be had, but there's no signal there that's telling us that it's going to be there. In fact, it's quite the opposite at the moment. You can see that we've bounced off this level, we got capitulation, that's good. We need to find out if this is going to be the bottom now, and there's nothing telling us that this is going to be the bottom yet. We've managed to get the green bullish candle, and the green bullish candle managed to get up to this resistance line here, tested it, and there was a huge sell wall. The bears have pushed price action back down, and we closed the day here. So today we've had bearish action. We've managed to push price slightly higher, indicated by this wick here, and then the bears have pushed this back down again. So this is to be expected, really, and we need to see how price reacts when we get back down to these levels again. Are we going to see the capitulation and pushing it back up into this range here, where we can come back, try and get a bit of sideways action and test these levels again, see if that acts as resistance, acts as support, which was previous resistance. So the problem is you're not going to keep getting capitulations at these levels, because if you think of these levels as not just candlesticks, if you think these levels as actual buy orders, the buy orders get eaten up over a period of time, and that's where the analogy comes from. You walk on ice, you're going to fall straight through, and then you need to come back and try and get back up there. So it's still bearish at the moment, and unless, like you say, unless you're a reversal trader, unless you're a counter trend trader, I wouldn't be touching these levels. And if you are a counter trend trader, you're going to have signals to tell you to get into trades. You're going to have rules, and there's probably going to be no rules here at these levels to tell you to get in. It's usually followed by a double bottom of some sort, or a 3-bar reversal, where you're going to get a big capitulation here, and then this candle come up, close above that level there. That'd indicate strength and possibly a V reversal, but you're not getting any of these indicators. That would be followed by quite a lot of a volume, so you get the big volume candle as well. All you've got here recently is red volume bearish candles, big large volume bearish candles. So a couple of green ones would be nice. It shows some kind of indication that there's people that want to buy Solana at these levels, and people are risk off at the moment. And Solana's a very good network, not financial advice. People tend to go into Ethereum as far as smart contracts are concerned. It's the market smart contract leader. Bitcoin's your liquid gold, and your store of value. So people go in for Bitcoin as far as the ultimate hedge is concerned, but people that want exposure to smart contracts go to the one that's been there the longest, which is Ethereum. But Solana, it's got a lot going for it. It's just early days, and as I say, people are used to putting their money into what they're used to putting their money into, and Ethereum's been around a lot longer. So that's the daily. We'll have a quick look at the 4-hour and see if we've got any indication as far as a signal of a bottom's being made on the 4-hour. Actually, firstly, let's stick some levels on here and see if we can add some additional confluence to where we are in the market. If we stick a Fibonacci on here from the swing high, right, okay, so we've stuck the Fibonacci on there. And it's good to find out what levels we're likely to reverse to. So we've come down, we've nearly done a 50% retracement as far as the complex pullback's concerned, where we made the bottom round here. We've got our, the way that this works is we've got our areas of support and resistance built in. So we've got our areas of support and resistance built in, and go back on my other videos and find out how we've built the initial support and resistance in over a higher time frame. And then we can add the Fibonacci on there, and the levels where we've got double confluence on there, where one of the Fibonacci levels goes over one of our support and resistance levels, you're likely to get a greater reaction there, because you've got people that are trading two different strategies. One might be a Fibonacci strategy, one might be a structure support strategy, one might be a volume visible range indicator VNPR strategy, where you've all got these different areas of confluence which might match up, and it means that people with different strategies are entering at the same levels or seeing reactions at the same levels, and that adds as additional confluence to that. So as an example, we can put the visible range on there. If we just go from that high to the low down here, we'll get this, which is the area of most traded volume. So these two bars here indicate that this whole area is the most traded volume between the range that we've just indicated, which was the swing low and the swing high. So you see all this price action that's happening in here is the main price action, and this is the red line's the main area at which volume is stuck most. So we can add this into our range as well, and we can realize that we've got a support line here, we've got a previous support which is now resistance line here, we've got the VNPR here, and we know that this area now is an area that's going to be difficult for the bulls to get through and act as confirmation again at a later date. So if we're going to be trading short term and counter trend, and we've got an indication to trade short term and counter trend, we can do that depending on your rules, depending on what your minimum risk to reward is. I'm just going to give you an example. If we got, say, a double bottom and a higher high, higher close candle, if we've got, say, a double bottom, which is, yeah, we've made a bottom here, there's a possibility we've made a bottom. See if we can get a little bit of price action, a little bit of volume and price action indicated that we're going to see some upside. So you could get your higher high, higher close candle, testing these levels here, and then another higher high, higher close small candle. If you've got enough within your risk to reward to test back these levels, your stop loss below the previous low, you could take it. This one, depending on what your rule set is, mine's minimum of 1-to-1 risk to reward and possibly higher if possible. You'd need price action to be a minimum here. So see how difficult it is to trade against counter trend, and you should always be coming out at structure resistance on a counter trend trade. So it's much more difficult, and that's why they say you should always swim with the whales and the trend is your friend until the bend at the end. All these analogies just to say that you should flow with the money and not against it. So that's the daily time frame. Now we'll look at the 4 hour to see if we've got an indication of any kind of reversal. Right, this is the base that we were talking about before. We made the base, slammed straight through there. We've got a buy order here, which is indicated by our support level of $36. Price action slam back up, and are we going to come back and test this as support, this area here as support, or are we going to get bullish action and stay within this trend and just try and work our way up? Bit of volume, big green volume candle above this level, and we can come back and retest these areas here. But I mean, you've got these levels that have been built up to get through, and of course you've got these levels of previous support become now resistance levels to break through as well. So it's quite difficult to get that. I think what we're probably likely to do is break and close below here and then come back and test these levels. And if we get the big bearish candle with these levels and we get the big close below these levels, this is likely to just become resistance at a future point, and you'll slam straight through and price action will continue lower, possibly to levels to $29, the next level of support I've got. But you're gonna be watching Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin's got a bit of short-term bullish price action, then the rest of the alts are going to follow. Everyone's risk off at the moment, and if there's an opportunity to come out of the off-risk assets or the lesser risk assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum to go into alts, there's more chance for opportunities and larger percentage increases to be gained. So that's what people would do if they were given that opportunity. So just see what's happening. We're observers in the market most of the time, annoyingly, and at the moment now you're better off just not looking at things, find out how price reacts. If you're on a daily candle, come back, check what the next day candles, the next daily close states. If you can read anything from that daily close, and you do get some kind of bullish reaction or some kind of a confirmation as to where price action is likely to go next, then you can come back and reassess it at that point. But you don't want to be sat at your charts all day during these times. You can come back at a later date when we've got long-term bearish price action, and it is long-term bearish price action. It's been a long time now, so hope you like the analysis. We're going to talk about the NFT giveaway next, guys. Stay tuned. So NFT giveaway, this is what everybody wants, and the rules are, so we bought a series of NFTs, some crypto bunnies. We bought a baby Spider-Man, mainly crypto bunnies, but we've got a bit more of a special one here, this far out floating one. And what we're going to do is, over the coming couple of weeks, each time that we hit 30 comments, we're going to be putting the people that subscribed, only subscribers that have commented, onto a raffle, and it's going to be drawn on the following episode. So we'll draw it on the following episode. We'll find a way to do it full and transparent, and we'll be giving them away over the coming weeks. Once we hit 750 subscribers, currently 540 I think, we're going to be giving away this one.
Wonder why everything's changed. Everybody want the same thing. Funny what they do for the fame. Everybody looking for somebody to blame. Wonder why everything's changed. Everybody want the same thing.
That was my favourite. So yeah, comment, guys, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit your notifications on. We do crypto market emergency updates. We're going to be doing weekend technical analysis, so subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye now.